Bellew in the blue, with the name Creed emblazoned on the back of his trunks. Bellew, of course, has talked a good fight, as he always does. That's something you can never accuse him of lacking. The reality is, though, Tony's promised all-out war. The reality, if you sniff around in his camp gym, they say they want to make this quite tactical and technical, and the jab, and in particular the double jab, absolutely vital tonight. And we're seeing Bellew try to go to work with that already.
Yeah, I think the jab is crucial in this one. Masternak also has a decent jab of his own. He's not as quick as Bellew. And I think the double jab, certainly in the early rounds, would be a really good plan.
The other thing they've worked on a lot in the Bellew camp the last few weeks, with body shots, not something we necessarily associate with Tony Bellew. So let's see if those come into play, particularly, as you say, the longer the fight goes on, whether he may be able to wear down Masternak. The feeling is, every chance that this one is going to go the distance. Bellew looks to land the big right hand and misses by a long, long way.
Yeah, both kind of struggling to find the range in the early stages here, as you would expect with two experienced fighters. Masternak adventurous enough, trying the right hand a couple of times. Good left hook from Bellew.
Yeah, Bellew's having some success first with the jabs, and as you say there, with the left hook as well. Some good success here with the lead hand for Bellew. It's better from Masternak. All sorts of possibilities out there for the winner of this one.
Good right hand from Bellew, leading with it, and Masternak wants to back off after it. Yeah, good body shot too. I think that right hand has troubled Masternak.
And he's just sunk a right hook into the body as well. Yeah, good sharp work this from Bellew.
Yeah, well, just as I'm thinking, there's not a lot to split them in the opener. Bellew has turned it on.
And some nice looking body work in there as well the last few seconds. It's good stuff this from Bellew.
It's a confident start from Bellew, which is very important obviously at this level. He's confident to throw left hooks as early as the opening round and land them too. But the right hand is the one that's done the damage on the two occasions. Masternak knows he's chasing things in the opener, trying to maybe produce something of his own, but
round two then. Eye-catching stuff in the opening session from Bellew, but Masternak did recover well, regrouped, and managed to get his jab going in the last few seconds of that round. And that jab could become a real nuisance if Bellew doesn't find a way of dealing with it. Bellew again just a bit guilty of loading up. And the message from Dave Colwell in the corner was, keep using your head, don't let the red mist come down, don't let the heart take over.
Masternak getting his own jab moving, getting that little bit closer with it.
Yeah, it's something Bellew's going to have to deal with. If he can take that Masternak jab away, it's going to make life an awful lot easier for him. But at the moment, the Pole having enough success with it to just keep him very occupied and keep Bellew occupied, more to the point.
Yeah, but I think Bellew is loading up. He's looking for the right hand again, but making it maybe just a little bit obvious. That's more like it. Wants to relax, start working the jab. He hasn't used that to great effect this round as yet. That was
the
blocked.
Body shot
Good
again.
body shot, but it was blocked.
And that's a shove.
Sometimes doing that in the early stages of a fight, you know, just to bully the other guy a little bit. You make your point. Nothing much wrong with that. There's a jab from Masternak again.
And it's a good jab. It's a nuisance of a weapon, this, that Masternak's firing out there.
Yeah, that's his main weapon, but he's getting the right hand out as well.
Good footwork there from Masternak, getting out of range of the Bellew shots as well.
I just get the feeling that Bellew's looking for big punches. You know, he's walking a little jolting right hand and the same punch again. Just maybe get the concentration on a higher level, Bellew. Just remember what's coming back at him. Don't just keep concentrating on what you want to do. Things not happening for Bellew at the moment.
No, Masternak's doing a very good job of making him miss. And that early good work of Bellew's, particularly in the latter minute or so of that first round. We haven't seen any of that in this second round yet, as we get down to the last few seconds of it as well. He's been busy and he's been a nuisance in this second round, Masternak.
I feel too, coming up in weights is tough these days with the weigh-in the day before. I mean, Bellew's come up to this weight, whereas Masternak's probably come down to it, and he's looking strong. Good round there for Masternak.
Well, let's see if we see the Bellew jab come back into play. He is a listener. Oh, well, doesn't need a jab if he can land a few more right hands like that. Saw the opening, went for it. But he is a good listener, good learner. That's certainly not the all-out war that was talked about. Nobody realistically expected that. These two very well matched. And so much at stake for both of them. Nowhere to go there for Masternak, but unfortunately for Bellew, he couldn't punish him. Masternak's still proving to be tricky here. There's Bellew looking to try and just trade jab for jab. There's that double jab again that's going to be so important for Bellew in this fight.
I think that Masternak jab's a little bit of a nuisance. Yep, that falling with the right hand there. No, I think Bellew can see this could shape up as a tough night. Yep, both trying left hooks now. Good right hand. That's the difference between the two. That right hand from Bellew when he gets hit target.
Good work again there from Bellew. Masternak had the guard up there to block those shots off. Still this probing for openings, but Bellew keeping busier with the jab, keeping that left hand busier, more active, which is exactly what he was told to do. Oh, nice body shot there, nice left hook to the body. Dug in from Bellew.
Yeah, a little bit more imagination in Bellew's boxing. Masternak pretty straightforward in his approach. You know what's coming.
Well, it's the left hand. We've seen the jabs and double jabs here. If Bellew keeps that left hand going, he can control this fight. If he abandons it, Masternak will be right back on his case.
Nice evasive stuff there from Bellew. He's thinking a little bit sharper now. I thought he was a bit flat in the second round. But, you know, he's certainly thinking that little bit sharper here. Making Masternak miss there. Just pushing and setting up, holding with one hand and throwing with the other. Good refereeing there. Good.
We've seen quite a bit of this referee. He's always done a good job whenever we've seen him. Sometimes you get some officials coming over from Europe and you get your eyebrows raised. We had one of those in Carl Scholten last week, apparently. Not this fella. He knows what he's doing.
Well, I've liked Bellew in this round so far, but I must say Masternak really has raised the tempo. He's going for it. Maybe he thinks, being the natural cruiserweight in his eyes, you know, he wants to use his strength. But I like Bellew's boxing in that round.
Bellew against Masternak for the European cruiserweight title. A title that's been held by 5 previous Brits, 2 of whom are in the building with us. Johnny Nelson, David Hay, Enzo Maccarinelli boxing in Moscow tonight. We wish him well. Carl Thompson, Terry Dunstan rounding out the quintet. Tony Bellew looking to make it 6 tonight, if he can get past this busy and useful Masternak.
Yeah, I think Masternak wants to make this more physical. Doesn't want a standoff boxing match. Good left hook from Bellew. So I think he's trying to put it on Bellew, maybe sap some of the energy. So Bellew wants to bring that right hand as often as possible. That's the one that shakes him up.
Bellew continuing to just dig in the body shots. Dave Caldwell was saying during training camp that he feels Masternak going in there and getting a good combination of himself, but he's feeling that Bellew is punching harder now when he takes him on the pads. He can feel the difference. Again, there's that Masternak jab, though, just a nuisance. Keeping him right in this fight. And Bellew doubling up his. Other than the jabs, Jim, Masternak saw that one coming. Other than the jabs, Masternak struggles to get any consistent success going with any other shots. You look for the jab to set up other things. Masternak struggling to set up those other punches at the moment.
No, I mean, he is pretty straightforward in his approach. That's what I mean. You know, Bellew a bit more imagination in what he's doing. So again, you know, the jab is a bit of a nuisance. Tony's carrying his hands low in a low blow. Well, I thought the punch was low, but they're more worried about the head. The head's coming together.
Swelling up around the left eye, Masternak here in this fourth round.
No, it looks like he's going to be a problem over the 12 rounds, Masternak. He really does look strong. He's not producing a lot. You know, he's a little bit clumsy at times, but I mean, he's on the case. He realises he has to raise the tempo. Missing wildly there, but again, straight onto Bellew's case.
Yeah, he's on his case, but he's just not doing much.
No, he's not producing. I think he knows he wants this at a pace. He wants it less of a boxing match, as I was saying, and more of a tear-up. Bellew coping with that attack well.
Yep, he's handling himself very well here, Bellew. Flicking off a little right-hand counter there on the bell too. Now 5 then in this battle for the vacant European cruiserweight title, which was boxed for recently. It was a draw between a Belgian and a Ukrainian, but they both got shunted aside, and this match got made. Such is boxing politics. And for the winner, not only do you cement your top 15 ranking right across the board, because both of them are ranked in the top 15 with all 4 sanctioning bodies, but you come closer to a shot at the world title. And the shot that Masternak would like is the WBO champion, fellow Pole Krzysztof Glowacki, who recently upset the odds with a win against Marco Huck.
Well, Masternak starting around with a decent right hand. Bellew not quite finding the range.
Bellew a little bit marked around the left eye as well now. Just again lunging in a bit crude there, Masternak. But it's a disciplined performance this so far from Bellew. He's resisted the temptation to load up with those punches, which he's been guilty of in the past. He's trying to pick those shots, trying to dictate things behind that jab and the double jab. But what he can't do is get Masternak on the back foot, and I think Caldwell would like him to try and do that if he can.
Well, I'd like him to come forward when he's throwing the punches. You know, he's backing off his counter and he's moving around nicely. But when the time comes to let some punches go, I'd like to see him get his body weight forward with the punches. You want to discourage this fellow's marching forward. He's naturally bigger, naturally stronger. So meet him with good, solid punches. Yeah, trying it there.
Masternak too quick for him on that occasion. Or at least he tried to set it up through the double jab first before going for that combination. Oh, got caught with a left-hand counter there when he loaded up with the right hand, and when he does load up, he usually falls short, a long way short, Bellew.
A good jab there from Masternak. Again, no one really put their stamp on this round as yet. Well, Bellew trying to claim the centre of the ring, which is better. Spending maybe too long back towards the ropes.
Well, if he can take the centre of the ring, that's going to help him a lot.
Yeah, if he can stop this man's march forward, he'll get more snap into his own punches, but this has not been a great round for Bellew.
No. I don't get the sense that Masternak's one of those guys that can box on the back foot either, so if Bellew can take that centre ground and force his man back, some good things may happen for him.
I think Tony, you know, he has to be careful of these right hands. You know, his own left hand is low, and there's not a lot of head movement, and he's standing tall, just waiting there. As again, just as I'm speaking, he's going to have to find an answer to that. Either get the left hand up, or judge his range a little bit better. See, this march forward, and I think the corner have told Masternak to start using the right hand more. He's looking for it all the while at the moment.
Bellew looking for a right hand of his own over the top there. Masternak again looking to be on the front foot. Sharp little counter there from the pole.
That one troubled Bellew a little bit, I think. He's not looking for another one of those. And with his own body weight leaning back, there's not the same power. It was a good shot, but not great. You know, when you're leaning back on the ropes, you're not generating the same power in your own punches. Now, this is heavy weather for Tony. Masternak really, you know, on the charge. Kind of clumsy looking right hand there from Masternak. Bellew seems to be waiting. I don't think that was purely by accident, but the referee is a little bit pernickety, but nevertheless doing a good job. But I'm worried about the right hand, Tony not blocking or slipping enough of them. And again.
And we're seeing a lot less of the Bellew jab. That's a bit more like it. If Bellew can keep that jab firing, he looks like he can take control, but he just doesn't seem to fire it out enough.
And I'm worrying about this right hand of Masternak. You know, he's the one going a little bit bomb happy with it, but it's working for him.
And again, another crude assault from Masternak. But he is setting the tempo here, and forcing Bellew to go at his pace.
Yeah, well, a couple of rounds ago, I was saying that Masternak wants it less of a boxing match, more of a tear-up, and he's managing that. See, with Bellew on the move and on the ropes, there's not the same. Again, the referee a little bit pernickety. I don't think anything that we've seen has been intentional.
Well, this one at halfway looks too close to call.
Well, I've got Masternak squaring things up here in this round.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I think Bellew has to take it to Masternak more than he's doing. I don't mean 3 minutes of every round, but he needs to get some purchase into his punches, and he's going to do that with coming forward and behind the shots. The jab, as we've spoken about, we said in the opening round, that was crucial, and we've hardly seen that in the last couple of rounds. Masternak, he's looking confident, and he's looking strong, and he's looking as though he can do this all night long.
And I'll tell you something else that seems to have disappeared from the Arsenal. Just saw one there as I said that. Body shots. He was thumping in some big body shots earlier. Seems to have abandoned that.
That was a low one from Masternak on the blind side of the referee there. But what Masternak is good at this level is manoeuvring opponents. And too often he's doing that with Bellew. You know, he's not under any pressure. He's deciding when to engage. Bellew needs to take it to him more often, lead off a bit more often.
He's also doing a good job, Masternak, of avoiding those big, long right hands that Bellew is launching every once in a while.
Yeah, while he gets his own home.
There's a good right-hand counter there from Bellew as Masternak left himself open. Nice little sharp right hook from Bellew as well. Now can he build on this? Well, he's landed a few solid shots upstairs and the body earlier, and Masternak soaked it all up pretty good. You wonder if Bellew, with that power that Dave Caldwell says he's developed recently, you wonder if he can hurt Masternak.
But look at this, it's a different action altogether when Bellew gets the centre of the ring and pushes him back. Oh, a good double jab there from Bellew. This is a bit better. Well blocked from Bellew. His defensive boxing is good. Again, the referee just a little bit pernickety. Thankfully, he's not stopping the action. He was just having a quick word. But no, he just wants to lead on with a good solid jab from Bellew. Much better when he's away from those ropes.
That was a decent left hook to the body, but Bellew being urged whilst he's in action here by Dave Caldwell. He's just screaming at him, keep your left hand up.
See, I think he might be finding this heavy weather because of the strength up at cruiserweight. I liked him in that round, that was better.
Round 8. The referee just holds him up while he waits for the corners to clear. But it was better from Bellew that last round, and he needed a better round as well. Straight right hand. Divides his time when he's in camp between Rotherham, where he has his training base now, and the family home in Liverpool. That's tough. He says he's got a right couple of firecrackers of stablemates in the McDonald twins, Jamie and Gavin. Laugh a minute stuff. They've become good friends, those three. They'll be watching, no doubt, and hoping that Tony can deliver this one. Well, he's going to have to work very hard for it, because Masternak is giving him nothing easy here. And another little telling off from the referee, who's certainly been pernickety.
You know, at the start of the action, I was thinking the left jab of Bellew very important, but after the first couple of rounds, the right hand really did some damage. So I wouldn't mind seeing him being a little bit, not quite bomb happy, but bring it into play a little bit more often.
Still coming at him, Masternak, and still having success with some good right hands in this spell as well.
Tony breathing with the mouth open, which is never a good sign. There's that right hand that's been worrying me. Walking onto the jab as well, Bellew. The mouth open with his breathing is also dangerous if you get caught when he be biting down on that gum shield. These are just kind of poking up shots. As though he's trying to wait till his head clears, you know. No real snap in those punches from Bellew. I just wonder, is he feeling this heavy weather, you know, facing a decent, you know, full cruiserweight?
I'm wondering if he's feeling the effects of those 4 solid right hands that Masternak has landed in this round. If he has bought himself some time to get his head clear, he's done well. Because he did look like he was feeling it, and Masternak again straight on his case. There's the jab coming in, and another big swinging right hand that just misses the target from Masternak.
Well, I was complimenting Tony on his defensive boxing earlier, but not now. It's as though the reflexes have deserted him slightly. You know, he's been caught with these shots and no movement whatsoever. I honestly feel it's real heavy weather, turning into a real slog for Bellew. That wasn't all that low, nothing really to complain about.
Well, a massive, massive night for Tony Bellew in the context of his career.
You know, sometimes, Nick, looking at fighters during the break, just their expressions on their face, are they happy? You know, can they not wait for the bell to ring for the next round and all that? Didn't see a lot of that from Big Tony, but we know he'll dig in and give it his best shot here.
Well, he's going to have to dig in, because the way you're seeing it mirrors the way I'm seeing it, and Glenn upstairs was certainly seeing it that way. This one's level after 8.
Yeah, I've got it back. The last 2 rounds I've given them 1 apiece again. But, I just get the feeling Masternak is the more comfortable of the two with what's taking place.
Better work with the jab again here from Bellew. Masternak misses badly. Out again, just keeps throwing the punches. Well, they're getting very excited in Masternak's corner.
See, he's manoeuvring Tony. Good shot. Right, follow it up.
Good spell this from Bellew, and they really are both unloading here. Well, it's roll the dice time for these two big fellas now. Who's going to land?
Good solid right hand from Bellew.
But Masternak's taken it.
Well, still half of this round to go.
Well, I just thought for a moment there we were going to go to war, as Bellew looked to just unload, and it settled back down again. Masternak missing with the hooks.
A little bit of swelling in Bellew's eye.
Yeah, that's been there for a couple of rounds now, hasn't it?
It's getting a little bit worse. I think I don't want that closing.
He does look a bit heavy on his legs here, Bellew, as well. Decent right hand followed by a left, as Bellew again just swings, digs and says, come on, let's have a go, let's trade hooks. Well, Bellew loaded everything up there and nearly left himself wide open. The tape has come loose from one of Masternak's gloves. That's got to be dealt with.
Well, I've liked the quality of some of Bellew's work in this round, but I get the feeling it's taken a lot out of him.
That tape is not as bad as I thought it was. It's just the string just hanging there. But yeah, Bellew continuing just to load up, look for the big shots.
Easy round to score this one, but I've liked you know, that the attacks when Bellew has really taken it to Masternak. I've liked his work, but you still get the feeling that Masternak is in the driving seat. Tough round to score that one.
Masternak in the silver and black, Bellew in the blue with the white trim. All to play for. And there's confirmation of your card, Jim. As you say.
Yep, 1 point up, so nice if the judges are agreeing with that or doing even better.
The judges are from Europe, of course, France, Spain and Italy.
Bellew trying to draw mistakes from Masternak. Just he has the punches ready, just trying to draw the leads. Masternak experienced, just taking his time, picking his moments.
Bellew doing a good job there with the double jab. Just doing a good job here, Bellew, of neutralising Masternak, picking him off with little counters, keeping the jab going. And Masternak's timing not quite there at the moment. Now, Bellew can really just jump on this, put a good round in the bank. How crucial that could be.
See, Masternak's obvious with the right hand when Bellew's on the ropes, just leaning away from it, but he's busying things up, Masternak.
Yeah, he's
good work
picking it
there.
up now, isn't he? Bellew took that breather on the ropes. Now Bellew's come back out of his shell, looking to push forward.
Solid jab, Masternak again. Bellew coming back with a couple.
That was a big one. Finally he got through with a solid shot there, Masternak. Bellew responded with a right of his own. Couldn't pull the trigger on the follow-up, though. But Masternak has done a good job of grinding away in this round because the radar wasn't quite tuned in the first minute or so, and he's kept it together, kept the punches going, and has had more success the longer this round's gone on.
Yeah, well, when you have the strength advantage, that's going to be the case. You know, in the last minute of the round, you're looking to inflict some damage. Here's the right hand again. Bellew was avoiding that earlier. He's not avoiding them at the moment.
No, he's not.
So if you're not avoiding them, come back with something better. Heavy leg in there.
Then. Yeah,
yep,
he got absolutely rocked there in the last few seconds. Then digging in, showing his heart. Looking for a response here, Bellew. Well, that is a good response from Bellew, but I wonder how much that big shot took out of him. Who can find the strong 6 minutes here? Tony Bellew or Mateusz Masternak? Bellew comes out sharp and fast. Can he keep this going?
Well, I'm thinking don't do too much early.
Pace it.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking don't get hit early in the first minute or so, then put the pedal down and impress the judges. Because Masternak still does look strong. Getting the jab off. Just a kind of look of frustration from Bellew there. He wants to get that right hand on, but he just can't time it properly. Just these little flicking jabs from Masternak, you know, just breaking his concentration and his rhythm.
It's something he's kept going throughout the fight very well, Masternak. Bellew earning another solid one, getting a right hand over the top as well. Getting the crowd back into it as well, but Masternak pushed over clearly.
Well, that's a couple of examples of the right hand that Tony looked so dangerous with in the early rounds. And we see a little bit more of it here.
Well, again, Masternak seems to have regrouped. And he is taking some right hands now, the pole, but he wasn't taking earlier.
Yep, Bellew's landed the better punches in the first half of the round. Can he sustain it? Does he have the strength, the stamina?
Really looking to continue to work the body. Masternak has not done a lot of work in this round. As we get down to the last minute of it, it's been better this for Bellew. Can he stay on top now? A real complaint there from Bellew. Just said how many times to the referee. And the referee just calming him down.
Yep, I think he's saying, I'll referee the fight, you do the boxing.
And it's Masternak that's come out on top, and Bellew, as the red mist come down, the fans have got into it, but this may not be smart from Bellew. He's laying it on the line here. Good body work. Really digging in here, Bellew. You've got to admire his guts.
Yep, we needed a big effort from Bellew in this round, and we've got it from him. Another round, not easy to score. Masternak keeps coming back with those clubbing right hands. A good shot from Bellew again.
It really was.
Bellew follows everything up. Yep, I'm leaning slightly towards Bellew there.
Yeah, me too. Now Bellew comes out, throwing bombs here, there, and everywhere. Will he leave himself open? Is there going to be some late drama here? A sharp combination to open this 12th round from Bellew. 3 minutes, and another big right hand there from the Liverpool man.
You know, that might be good polish, and it come out early in the round and land the big right hand while you still have the sharpness before the weariness takes over, and he's done that. There goes another big right hand. Good thinking from Bellew, and then just tough it out later in the round.
And then Masternak, though, grits his teeth and he comes back. He's soaked up everything that Bellew's landed. Desperately, desperately close, this. Masternak swinging and missing, and again. Bellew Bellew coming out with that big fast start. Now he's regrouped, and in that time, Masternak has not punished him, not made him pay. And they're just cancelling each other out here in this last round.
Masternak is still looking strong, but not really looking sharp. I think the wrist landed in that shot.
Yeah, there's been a lot, especially in the later rounds, a lot's been wasted from Masternak. And again, Bellew looked at the referee and picked up an uppercut for his pains there.
Really protect yourself at all times is a phrase that springs to mind. Another big effort from Bellew. We need another minute of this. Good stuff.
Again, landed well there, Bellew. Masternak, though, continues to try and hunt him down. Down inside the last minute now.
I mean, we can see Bellew, you know, poised with the right hand, waiting for Masternak, so I'm sure he can see it too. But Masternak, really untidy work from him in the last round here.
Yeah, he needed a big
good
round.
shot.
Good solid left hand has shaken Masternak. Bellew on him instantly. Bellew sensed it. And this is the finish that Tony Bellew needed.
Yeah, he has to pour it on. 30 seconds to go. Masternak really on the defensive. He's
shaken again, another one of those left hands. And he's wobbling and he's all over the place here, Masternak. Absolutely sold out here. Bellew with a crunching uppercut. Masternak trying to survive, in desperate trouble. Bellew finishing in a storming fashion here. But then Masternak somehow regroups, but the legs are not obeying him. Down inside the last 10 seconds. Well, he may not get the knockout, but he's had a big finish here, Bellew. Is that going to be enough to win him the European title? Masternak out on his feet, but survives. Bellew has done enough on my card. Whether the judges see it that way, we'll have to wait and see. But that was the strong finish. A finish that would be worthy of a champion.
Yeah, and Big Tony can be proud of himself. The character he's shown in this one tonight, that was a heavy slog from start to finish. I have him 2 points up, and I mean, okay, a lot of rounds throughout the fight where you could nick it one way or the other. Nobody really put their stamp on it, nobody really took charge. But I would be disappointed if the judges see it against Tony Bellew. I think he needed a big finish in the last couple of rounds. He really needed to produce, and he did that. And he had the biggest round out of the fight. That wasn't far off a 10-8 round, so close to a knockdown, which would certainly have put the clincher on it. But look at the effort here. I mean, he must have been exhausted by this point. As I say, it was heavy weather from start to finish. But then the punches landed, and Bellew always follows up. He lands one decent punch, he follows it up. He doesn't step back to make sure the other guy's hurt. He follows it up, and that's what he was doing here. And that's the one that caused the damage, because it caught him on the point of the chin and took everything out of him. His legs were heavy, he was badly shaken, he was stunned. Did well to finish the round. A knockdown at this point really would have been so sweet for Bellew, but I feel he's done enough even without that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, referee Massimo Baravecchio will bring together both boxers. And we go to our judges' score totals. Judge Manuel Oliver sees the contest 115-113. Judges Adrio Zanoni and Robin Dolpierre both see the contest 115-112. In favor of the winner, the new European Cruiserweight champion from Liverpool.
It's Tony Bellew. He's done it. Those last 2 rounds, absolutely vital. Tony Bellew, European Cruiserweight champion.